Hey collectors, we're back with another video, and this is Catwoman, the ninja version from the Batman animated movie. I've not seen it. It looks kind of interesting, but I saw Catwoman and was just like, yep, need to get that one. So this is number 412, Figma series, Catwoman. This is from DC Batman, so it's got all the logos of DC, Batman's logo, and Warner Brothers, as well as the animated version. But we can see from here that there is a lovely open window display. We can see that there's Catwoman, you've got her normal kind of gear, her winky face. I love winky face figures. The claws, her whips and stuff like that. So here we go. This is the lovely picture there of Selina. And then obviously again you've got more different ones that you can have, so they're all kind of cool. Two different faces, like this giant photo of the whip. That's a goddamn big whip. That's gonna be interesting to see. And then normal one there. You've got a lovely photo of her there at the top. Let's turn it around. My favorite, the winky face. And then at the bottom, same one. So let's open up this bad girl and have a look inside. But before we do that, if you want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And yeah, let's continue. So this is what you get, everything together. You obviously get the stands, you get this long whip that I generally thought was like in the box wrapped around, but it comes in different parts, which I think is pretty cool. You get different head. Now this is obviously, it's got a joint on that one, so you just literally pop the head open. So that's going to be very interesting to see how it works. You have different claws, you have different hands, not that many hands, I've got to admit. I thought there'd be quite a few, and then a tiny little spare ball joint, and then obviously you get the Figma bag. There we go. So let's crack on with the review. And here we go. Here is Selina, here is Catwoman, and I've got to admit, this is a really nice figure. I really love the bodysuit. I think it's textured. It really stands out. And then just effectively, this entire whole figure is absolutely amazing. I really love the kind of blue at the back here with her hair. Obviously the mask is perfectly fine. I really love on the end of her nose, it's all gold. And then you can see the 3 dots of gold just there, as well as how do I say, like her eyes like really kind of stand out. The bell on her neck as well, and again just the kind of like pattern all around here. The white and black go perfectly. Now I have noticed, I don't know if you can see it, just along the collar as well as it going down to her breasts. There's kind of spottiness, or it looks like the paint's not done. Maybe it's buttons, because I can see some of the buttons around here. I don't know. It just looks kind of a little bit weird. But obviously everything kind of really works well. Continuing on down to her legs, I really like the cat on a belt. One thing I don't like in this at the moment is that the belt either drops down too much, so you can actually see the hollowness behind. It's not really adjustable, and her legs don't move up. So I don't know why they didn't fix that. It just looks a bit weird to me. And obviously we've got more texture. I really love the kitty paws just on her knees, on her kneecaps. That's really cute. I really do like that. We can see on the side of the figure just here, if we just move her arm up a little bit, we can see that this is possibly where she keeps her whip or something. But it's on both sides. I think that's kind of really awesome that they've done that. I really love this, like kind of, it looks like white or kind of grey going across her thighs. It looks absolutely spot on. And here, it looks like she's got claws on her legs, on the lower parts of her legs, which kind of really stands out. You've got the white, you've got the silver claws there. That is awesome. I generally really like that. Cool. And just actually going into this quite quickly, we can see here that it's got the kind of ninja sandals and ninja shoes. So we've got white going over the toes, so it's easier for her to move. I think this is a really nice way of doing it. You've got the white that goes around the bottom of her feet, or near her ankles. And then you've got the blue. Coming back to it, I really also like that in a way it's a little bit like a high heel, but obviously it's the way the shoes are designed. For being a ninja, just like jotting about, running about. So I really like that. I do like the white at the back of here, just with the dots as well. That really kind of stands out. And then it obviously goes into the joints there, which not the best, but I can live with it. We're now here at the back, and I've got to admit I really love this texture. It kind of reminds me of Venom from Spider-Man 3. I hate that film, but the kind of the way that texture is, it looks absolutely fine. I thought that they would made the inside of the hole the same sort of color, but obviously it's made of a skin color. I really like the paws here. I think that looks really cool. And then obviously the dots, the way the gauntlets are at the back. I love the claws as well. I love the fact that if she is going to strike you, then you're going to feel it. But the tips are all silver. And then obviously you've got the belt buckle just above her bum. I think that's really cool. And then we'll look up here in a minute, but you can see a bit of the harness. With the final back of it, we can see that there is the back part there, the harness, which has got bits of blues. Then obviously we've got like her hair coming out, and then we can see more of the bow, like in a proper ninja, being like out that way. I think that the back of this figure is really cool. I just love the way that the suit's made. Let's do the articulation test. Let's do stress test and all that. So the feet move very smoothly, just up and down. That's quite good. Knee joint is fine. Same thing there. Just be careful because that is quite sharp, to be fair. Don't want you to hurt yourself because if you put too much pressure, it is going to leave a mark. So leg moves around, okay. Leg moves around, okay. The body does kind of, it does have torso movement. I actually kind of missed that on the last couple of figures we've had. It doesn't actually have that. Now the belt's fine, but this is what I'm saying, is like you can see inside the figure there. So I would have liked that to be actually on there properly rather than as it is now. So the arms are a little bit stiff, but they do move up and down. The hands turn around like so, and then it bends as well. Bends there, and then the hand turns all the way around so you can see it. Again, do people actually really like seeing that? Because there's a few things when I'm doing reviews, I don't know if someone actually likes seeing it. Leave a comment down below if you do. And then obviously the head turns around like that. Again, I never know if people like that too. And it moves up and down a little bit. It's kind of restricted, but at least it's kind of fine. Let's change the head. This is a weird one because I generally thought you'd have a faceplate. Just be careful because when trying to pull the head off, it's obviously, you've got the hair spiky as well. So just be careful. Oh, the head does come off and I've just thrown stuff everywhere. So let's obviously put this one down. So we've got kind of a wink. I generally really like that. Let's just bring it a bit closer. Oh, I can't there. So we can see that there's a bit of a wink. I really like that. I think that adds a little bit more to the figure. Something that I generally would like to see more of. But let's have a look at the other one. So obviously now we know that we can remove the faceplate. So let's have a look without it. So it looks kind of weird. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't, like, you would leave it like that. It's just really weird that you, like, the little thing's falling off now. So like here, it just comes off. So why is it like that? I don't know. If you know, let me know down below in the comments, but it's just a bit weird for it to come off. Maybe that's the way of actually getting the head off, so you don't hurt yourself. So you take the mask off and then obviously you can take the head off. If not, I've just found it so you can see it too. Oh, okay, so it's meant to say that you can pull off the entire body. So you can add in this, and it's meant to come off from the top. So obviously she's got the kind of whip, but what I've just found out is that it just all comes like apart. Like even joints like that should be there. Probably in the leg. So which one hasn't got it? So it's back in this one. I don't think I'm gonna have the whip around, like the whip around her. I think I'm just gonna have it normal, but let me put this back together real quick so you can see. Now it's meant to kind of stay on. It's kind of meant to be like that. I generally don't like it. I think it's meant, yeah, it's meant to be like that. So obviously it looks like she's got a tail. I generally don't like this. I think it's just because it looks flimsy. I'd rather it be kind of like attached to the back somewhere, you know, rather than you know, attached there. I think that would be a better one. But it just looks kind of like, I don't really like that. So for me, I'm not going to have that actually on the figure. One thing I will say about this is the whip is absolutely huge. It's something I didn't expect to see, as I mentioned earlier, but it does come in multiple parts. If you do want to kind of shorten it, you just basically pull it aside. So obviously it's like that. So it's not as huge. So basically there's the other part. This isn't too bad. I probably would have it at that length because it looks a lot easier and it's not going to fall apart. I know when on the box it says you can have it like that, but at the point it did fall down a tiny bit like that. There we go. But yeah, I would only have it at a small one, or even just leave it in the box itself. So the last part is her claws. They do come separately. They very much remind me of Wolverine. I really like the fact that she's... Oh no, I thought she was holding on to them. She's not. But yeah, her claws are like just remind me of Wolverine quite a bit. They add a little bit to the figure, but not as much as I would want. But be great for if you're battling with them. You can actually have her against people. It is quite a cool one, but still, it kind of adds to it a little bit. It has to be in the right pose. I think something like that would be absolutely fine. But yeah, not too bad. Could be a little bit better, but I do like them. And there we go, collectors. There is Selina, aka Catwoman, from the animated film of Batman Ninja. So yeah, Catwoman Ninja version. This one isn't too bad. It's a really nice figure. I really love the texture about it. The only thing that does really wind me up quite a bit is mainly just the belt. It's not what I would call normal. It kind of because the figure isn't designed well for that, it does look a bit off. Obviously I know exactly why they've done that, but I think it could have been done slightly better when designing it. But apart from that, it's not bad. It's one that I probably would collect. I don't want to collect the rest of them. I think she's the only one that really stood out to me. Maybe I would get Batman, but for this I generally really like what they've done. I really didn't like the kind of whip thing, but I do love the giant whip, and I love the claws that she has. So yeah, I would kind of recommend her. If you see her, pick her up. If not, then have a look online. Definitely worth checking out. So collectors, I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on the figure? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've liked this video, then like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I've already just said that. And as well as hit the notification bell to be notified when any updates happen. And as always, collectors, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. So I'll see you in a bit.